Nothing crushes nothing.
You can hold the outside this time, mate. Oh, Samansky binned it. No way. No way, binned. Get on the marbles, mate. Get on them marbles, pal. Oh, no. My throttle stuck. Oh, my God. Throttle stuck. Whoa. No. It's over. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, my God. There's no way, bro. Swear to God, this can't be happening to me, bro.
Throw a punch at me, you could do. See if I can dodge it. Just my dodging skills, innit? Damn.
Yo, lads. Cheers, inside. What is going on? Yo, back. Yo, preacher's going on, bro. I wanted to find the update bloody notes. Is it on Steam? I think it might be on Steam. Let me have a little look. Because there's been some BOP changes, man. Where is it at? Let me look. Let's see. 20th of March. There's been so much, you know. They've actually done a lot pertaining to the GT3s and the BOP, which is kind of important. Let me look quick. So, I don't even know if you guys can see this or whether it's zoomed in enough. I hope it is. But all gameplay, all these gameplay fixes, not interested. Track updates, fix the hitting the pit wall when leaving the garage practice qualifier sessions, not interested. I just want to get to the car updates, man. Updates to some CDA LMGT3 setups. Some should be all updates. If you've changed like the last big update in February, I'm sure they changed the handling model, so all the CDA setups really and truly should be updated, to be honest. Adjust grip threshold AI uses to decide whether they change tires or not. Okay, cool. Hypercars, we'll do the hypercars after, bro. Let's go to the GT3. Alright, Aston. Fixed damaged texture issues on car body. Reviewed interior materials, revised livery, adjusted weight penalty kg at Portimao, all Le Mans layouts, all Fuji layouts. So basically you got a buff. minus 2 at Portimao, that's plus 27 at Le Mans. So you got nerf there, and minus 10 at all Fuji layouts. Updated default setups. That was definitely needed because the car didn't turn. So let's see what they did to the BMW. Adjust the power output 1% at Monza. What? No, wait. Minus 1.5 that Curva Grande version of Monza. What? Am I tripping? Adjusted weight penalty kg at Portimao plus 24. Damn. Spa plus 11, all Le Mans layouts minus 15. Wait, they made it fast track Le Mans. Yo, that's crazy. They made it fast track Le Mans. I guess, see, this is the point where it's difficult to BOP the cars because on default, it is rapid at Le Mans, but on open, it's beatable, you know, because it's, I kind of get it, but it's kind of hard to get that balance between default and open sales. But minus 15 at Le Mans that's going to be a pretty strong car, man. All Monza layouts plus 10, all Fuji layouts plus 15, all Bahrain layouts plus 5, Imola plus 25, all Kota layouts plus 1, and Interlagos minus 7. I get the Interlagos one because it is kind of weak. Definitely, it's probably one of the BMW's weakest tracks. The Corvette adjusted drag at Monza Curva Grande. Adjusted the drag, whatever that means. Adjusted weight penalty kg at all Sebring layouts. So that's plus 2 at Portimao, minus 6 at Spa, minus 2 at all Le Mans layouts, plus 30 at all Monza layouts. What? This dropped on the 20th, like 4 days ago. Wait, all Monza layouts plus 30, all Le Mans layouts. What the? Was the Corvette fast at Le Mans? I don't remember it being like crazy quick. Maybe it was, but I remember a few months back or whatever, when Le Mans was on rotation, the Corvette was nowhere near. So to get plus 30 is insane. Maybe it was really fast and open setup, who knows? All Monza layouts minus 6, all Fuji layouts minus 8, all Bahrain layouts minus 6, Imola plus 5. I know it was pretty good at Imola. All Kota layouts minus 1, all Interlagos layouts minus 3. But I swear it was fast at Interlagos, no? Remove the option between 2 identical standard gear sets in the setup. Yeah, I always thought that was a bit weird. The Ferrari. Adjusted weight penalty at all Sebring layouts, plus 10, at Spa plus 12, all Fuji layouts plus 5, all Kota plus 9, Interlagos minus 4. Ferrari was pretty decent at Interlagos, man. That's crazy. Limited minimum allowed rear wing at all Monza layouts, 3.85 now. Interesting, because people don't know the Ferrari on open setup is literally probably the quickest car down the straight, even faster than the McLaren. But so they've limited the rear wing. Updated default setups in CDA. Okay, the Ford adjusted power output at Monza Curva Grande, which is obviously Monza without the first chicane, minus 2. Adjusted weight penalty at all layouts, minus 3 at Sebring, plus 12 at Portimao, minus 1 at Spa, all Le Mans layouts plus 28, all Monza layouts minus 6, Imola minus 20. Yo, it's going to be a beast at Imola. All Kota layouts minus 19. Damn. Yo, Chad, how you doing, bro? Not really, not properly. I've been a bit busy, to be honest. But we're going to try some today. I'm just having a little look at the extent of what they've done, basically. All Kota layouts plus 11. Interesting. All right, the Porsche is a very interesting case because on default it's super strong because it's got the crazy rotation. So it's very hard to beat over a qualifying lap. Not too sure what it would be like over a race distance. I'm pretty sure I've heard whispers about it killing its tires, so I don't know, but let's look what they did. Adjusted daytime running lamp and brake lights, not interested. Fixed dirt map being offset, not interested. Fixed last 2 red RPM lights, not showing before 4 blue lights. Okay. Fixed missing rim blur on some settings. Okay. Added layout specific setup for. Okay, so this is what they should be doing with all the cars, bro. Add a specific setup for whichever layout instead of just one default setup that just goes all across the board. You know, each track, each circuit, each layout should have a different default. I know it takes a lot more work, but just don't be lazy. That's what should be done. And so far, this is the only car I've seen actually have that. This is the only car I've seen have a layout specific setup, which is kind of not really that fair, if I'm honest. Fully reworked BOP with significant adjustments to weight penalty, power output, max stint energy, and aero drag at all tracks layouts individually. Updated default setups. Lads, I'm not that happy with the explanation to what they've done to the Porsche. They gave great detail in all the other cars, but they really didn't say anything about the Porsche. There's no actual details in every circuit so we know what's happened. It's just like a blanket statement, which if you're someone who drives the Porsche, I'm not, so technically it doesn't really affect me, but if you're someone that drives the Porsche, you don't actually know what they've done on each track. You just kind of have to just go with it, whilst every other car, you know exactly what's happened. So I would have liked there to be a bit more openness to, you know, the changes. But it is what it is. And I did say I'd look at the hypercars, but is it anything crazy? Adjusted weight penalty at all track layouts. Plus 20. What? So it's just blanket over all circuits. Alpine, hold this plus 20. Wow. Okay. Fixed headlight glow. This is a BMW hybrid. Fixed the headlight glow. Meshes lodding out on TV cameras. Adjusted max power output at Le Mans, -5. Is that all the Mons? Yeah, that's all the layouts. -5, -3, blah, blah. Adjusted weight penalty at Le Mans. Wait, what? Bro, what am I actually seeing right now? Adjusted max power output. Okay, that was a max power output. -5, -5, -3. Adjusted weight penalty, 18 plus kg, 18 plus kg, 20 plus kg. It's interesting because watching VMS, the BMW definitely seemed like the strongest car. Even though, of course, Simic and Hoyer, probably the strongest drivers in that field. But I've looked over the VMS, the signups, and it's looking crazy. It's actually looking insane, bro. Let me see. Let me show you guys, bro. Let me show you. VMS is looking rather strong, if I'm honest. Let me try and find the boom, boom, boom. Oh, what? Not loading. Not loading. Oh, I can't show you. I would have been able to show you the leaderboard, like show you who qualified and who signed up for VMS, because the field looks pretty strong, man. But I don't think it's there anymore. But yeah, I think James Baldwin signed up. You got Jack McConnell. You got loads, bro. There's so many fast guys. Bischoff, Gamble, the Urkans and the hypercars this time. There's a load of people. Luke Whitehead, Tommy Liddon, loads of people signed up this time. So it's going to be mental. It's definitely going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot better racing. The field's going to be a lot closer together. So VMS should be very, very good this season. But anyway, so the Corvette, they did some work on the Corvette, huh? Wait, do I take the Corvette for a little spin? What track was this? Oh, bro. Sebring, leave that. Should we take the Corvette for a little spin? What's the intermediate races again? I forgot. Oh, Christ. WC Experience. Le Mans, no chicane. Actually leave it out. Monza. Oh, God. I can't wait for the new week. This has not been the greatest tracks, to be honest. What's the leaderboard saying now? Amir Hassini still got the fastest time in the Porsche. I feel like this is before the update. Yo, Zach, what's going on, bro? What's going on, Shumi? You should try Sebring School. It's very fun. Is it more fun than Bahrain? Bro, I think short track beginner killed everyone's rating, bro. It was doing my head in last week. But the intermediate race is just, I don't know, man. It's just a bit boring. Sebring School is chaos. They're both chaos, man. Sebring School. See, I was going to take the Corvette. Oh, Amir Hassini, the boy. Congretal as well is here. Interesting. I've not done a single lap around this short circuit. I couldn't tell you when I got a turn. What would I even take, bro? What would I take if I did this track? I gotta figure out where does it turn again? Aston's very fast, and the Ferrari. Aston and Ferrari. I have the Aston and Ferrari. Try the Aston, maybe. Alright, I'll register for this one. No idea where I'm going, right? Tire wear, in 15 minutes? Shouldn't be getting no tire wear. I'll have to go into a practice because I don't know where I'm going. I've noticed with the Aston, I feel like the tires always take long to warm up and the back end's a little snappy, man. Do you know what? The worst car I drove on tires, I felt like, was the Corvette when I was doing the championship races. And oh my God. The first, like, the first 6 laps, I would have pace. And then after that, I'm literally just hanging on. But maybe it was me not quite understanding the setups as much. Right, let's try and... do that. That. Boom.
Locking enabled.
You're taking Ferrari. Alright, let me learn where I'm going, bro. But Zach, are you looking forward to VMS, man? It looks a lot more stacked now. Oh, you're not in our split? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be slow anyway, so. I had to follow this McLaren in front, so I know where I'm going. Okay, okay. I'm gonna be all over. Yeah, this does sound good, to be fair. Okay. Okay, save that on the throttle. I'm still working this circuit out, bro. All right, let's see. Okay. Fully sideways through the last corner. But that's all good. Okay. Feels like I got the back end stepping out way too much. Yeah, I haven't really driven Aston. I think I done one race around Portimao, I think. Can't even get the braking right, bro. Oh my God, bro. I'm getting that braking zone completely and utterly wrong. I'm telling you. I'm going to be all over the place in this race. Oh my days. The second part, aim to clip the grass. Bro. This is going to be, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, lads. We'll do that. You won't be able to race VMS this season. VMS looks stacked. The only thing that I kind of think that VMS could have done better, I feel like apart from the top 3 in the championship, they should have made everybody have to do the hot stints again, because there's a lot of people that are probably faster than a lot of the guys that was in the Pro Series that are going to be in the contenders. So the contenders might be just as fast as the Pro Series, you know? If you looked at the hot stints, a good chunk of the contenders will be faster than, you know, a good chunk of the Pro Series. Go so slow through there. Uh-oh, I don't want to do that. Very hard to slow down if you get wide on the grass now. PC deleted your Motec. Damn. Okay, I definitely got to do that in first because it's just pure understeer if I don't. Right. Okay. Minimal practice, lads,
Block
but
building finished.
I'm sure it's not going to matter much because we're probably going to get crashed into 1,000 times anyway. And there goes Sam Gaskell. Damn. Sam's going to be fast, bro. He's not ranked that highly, but he's going to be a joke. This kid is rapid. Rish, what's going on, bro? Yes, I'm in the Aston. I'm in the Aston. We haven't had too much practice. I haven't done this track yet. But Zach convinced me, so it's his fault. It's his fault, mate. I need my ice drink to melt, bro. You don't know about this drink? The only reason I like McDonald's, only for this drink. We should be in the same split now. Yeah, Zach, you're in here. You're in here. This is actually some pretty fast guys in here, though. Zach's in here. Amir Hassini's in here. Sam Gaskell. I saw Con Gretel. He was in here too, I think. So, super fast guys. I just love the way so many guys from ACC have just morphed straight to LMU. So you get to race a lot of familiar people. Tuesday, every Tuesday. So tomorrow at, is it like 10? I think 10 p.m. UK, I think. It's either 10 p.m. or 11 UK, it changes, I think. How many laps are we going to get in quali? Maybe 5. No, this definitely isn't a dream. I literally have a Thrustmaster T300. The dream setup, I think, would be a Sim Magic I'm not sure with the pedals yet because I've seen so many pedals that look good, so I would have to like test them out. I don't know whether a triple screen would be for me or whether just a ultra wide curve screen would be better. Knowing me, I think a curve screen would be better. And just a solid rig. Look, you can see I'm in a chair. I can swing around. It's not a solid ring. It's just a wheel on a stand, bro. So yeah, that would probably be nothing crazy, you know. Nothing. You know, I wouldn't want like a motion rig or anything like that. Just the standard direct drive wheel, some decent pedals. Because for me, it was okay when everybody was on a Thrustmaster, then I could compete near the front. But now, whereas, you know, everyone's upgraded their equipment, everyone's got better rigs and stuff, it's extremely hard to compete now. At the front, anyway. This man did a 103.8. Okay. Like a second off then. But to be fair, my first go, bro. Hassini's had no practice here. He's done a 103.8. Can you stop? Congretto 103.6. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, man. I've watched some of Stephen Bailey stuff as well, bro. It's
Locking enabled.
I mean, once you're used to it, I can't even lie. Back in the day, I used to be quick with a wheel that had no force feedback, bro. But I was used to it, so it was. I mean, once you're used to something, it doesn't really matter. But I would definitely like to upgrade, man. Zach, don't worry, mate. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Okay, Congretto got a stop and go. Oh, I didn't do my brake bias. Cold tires and that. But like I missed it. Oh my god. Cold tires, kicking my ass. I always find that Aston takes long to warm up the tires, man. Wide. That was not a great lap. Okay, I can't get that line right for some reason. Oh my god. It was awful. Okay, don't do that again. I probably should have took the BM. Fight in the rear end. Understeer, absolute understeer. Right, we're 14th right now. 14th. Need to get a decent lap in. But we're fighting the back end. I probably need better TC settings, I think. That didn't help. It's not good enough, lads. It's just not good enough. No, I'm not going to get another lap in. No! Oh my God. Nah, well. I think I went quicker in practice, bro. I went quicker in practice.
Log building finished.
Oh, mate. That was terrible. I thought you said this car was good. Alright, that felt absolutely awful. No rotation in the slow corners, nothing. How many laps is this? 12. Should be 12, right? How many laps is this, Zach? The Aston's terrible, bro. I should have took the BM. The back end's too snappy. It just doesn't turn in the low speed. Probably gonna have to go down on this. How many laps is it? 14.8. 30 liters. Just in case these are too fast.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I didn't even change the anti-lock brakes on nothing. Wow. Alright, job's a good one. This is gonna have to do. I'm not banking on making too many positions because it's just probably not gonna be that easy to pass, bro. No worry, Amir. Right.
Locking enabled.
Come on, lads. How bad could it be? How bad can it actually be? Or did we go for a 6-5? I don't know what to do with the TC settings right now. I'm going for 18th. We're 18th. We were not prepared. To be fair, it's our first time driving this layout, bro. These lot are driving slow. Oh, oh. Didn't even get to the first corner, bro. Okay, my wheels broke. My wheels bent. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I thought Bahrain was bad. Bent steering wheel and everything. My steering wheel's bent. It did not last, lads. I will not be surprised if I crash in this last corner. I tried to avoid it. I really did. I slowed down, all sorts. Judging by this carnage, I think I will stick to Bahrain. Because I've seen cars off everywhere, bro. Somehow I'm in 8th. I don't deserve it. Bro, I just don't understand how they crash like that, bro. Oh my god. Bro, this car, I feel like I'm driving this year's Red Bull. I feel like Liam Lawson right now. Oh my god. I'll be amazed if I don't bin this. It does right-handers okay, left-handers are a struggle. Yeah, bro. I'll be staying away from Sebring, mate. Oh, God. I mean, Bahrain's not that much better, but, geez, at least get to turn 1. He runs wide. Yeah, I don't like the Aston through them corners, man. Or maybe I'm just not good at those corners yet. Damn. I'll be lucky not to get caught from this guy. Yeah, I don't know, lad. I just saw carnage, instant carnage in front of me, bro. Need to find a way to pick up the pace with the damage. Right, here we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Wow. Oh, Gaskell's out of the race as well. Bro, how many people got binned early on? My car is broken. My car is broken. But this rear suspension damage is making it very slippery, man. If the back of the car wasn't damaged, I'll put the slip way down, bro. So I can get the rotation, but I know I'll end up binning it. I'm literally having to fight the wheel, bro. It's so jarring. All right. Oh, we got too deep. This guy must have damage before if he's slower than me down the straight. Damn. I'm having to concentrate too much. Well, that shows you how slow our quali lap was, man. Jeez. Yeah, Aston's fast with open. Like, a lot of the cars are fast with open, but yeah. Fixed is a whole different story, bro. Oh my God. Bro, after the way this started, I'll happily take a sixth, bro. Wow, can't believe I survived. Sixth somehow. A lot of people must have died in that race, bro.
Log building finished.
All the leaders died. All of them. That was interesting. But I'm not complaining, bro. Wait. Why is that car sparking already? Jump scared? Nah, bro. I don't even know what happened. I do not know what happened. I have no idea. I just saw carnage. Alright, let's figure out what happened, bro. Where did this crash actually happen? Okay, this guy had a very slow start. Damn. Whoops. So this guy had a slow start in the Porsche. Gets tagged. Oh, it's just carnage, bro. It's just gonna be carnage. Absolute scene. Zach actually gets through nicely. I think I actually slow down, you know. I slow down. I see it happening. Yeah, that's that's where the damage came, bro. Oh. How did I survive? I know there was more carnage further down as well. Nope. Free wide at turn one. Oh yeah, that guy's. Oh wait, this is gonna get mixy. Oh shit. Yo, this guy is too upset right now. Yeah, because that braking zone now is so tight that once you get on the grass, you're basically just chalked. Oh, he gets tagged by the Porsche. Can't slow it down. One wheel on the grass. Hits the BM. BM hits the Ford. Damn. Man. That is just sad. Let's go forward still, because I saw people literally in the wall. Sam Gaskell. Oh my God. Lucas Congretto. He can't have done that on purpose, bro. Wow, bro. Bro. This guy's an esports guy. I don't believe he did this on purpose. What it looks like is he's just forgotten what track it is, mate. And then he's tried to brake late, try to dive between the gap. Oh, God. It looks like he tries to dive between the gap and he ends up just taking everybody out. Yeah, he's too focused on the cars ahead. He tries to turn for this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, bro. Yo, yeah. Oh my God. Bro. Bravo. Are they all? That's why they were just parked. That's why they were just parked there, bro. Because I know Hassini cannot believe it. I know Hassini cannot believe it. Yo, this guy is never living this down, bro. Yeah, I generally like. Obviously, I've watched Congretto race for years, bro. I know he's not dirty. I generally just think he just forgot where the braking zone was, bro. It's very easy when you're doing a short version of a track that you don't do. Look at even his line tells you that he's forgotten what track he's on, bro. This line is what you take when you're on the normal track. Oh man. Ah, bro, he is absolutely upset with himself. Oh, look at. Oh my god. Gaskell gets absolutely murdered, bro. Wow. Up 12 positions. Give me my rank. I got a 0.6? Damn. That did nothing for me. Nah, no chance. No, oh, did I miss thingy? Don't tell me I missed it. I missed, oh man. 55 minutes. Oh, brother. I don't even like the Sebring, bro. It's crap. Not even anywhere to really pass, bro. Yeah, I know, but the thing is, in beginner races, like, if you play at the right time and you get all the fast guys, bro. Who signed up for this? Who signed up for Prototype Classics and the GTEs, bro? No one. Nobody. What? You know, there's no. Yeah, there's. Yeah, I'm alright. I don't like when there's not a good track selection. Gamble. Grigoletto. So more people using the Ferrari now, which is interesting. All these guys, by the way, well, Gamble, Grigoletto, Nicholas Huben, Adamowski, all these guys are going to be in VMS next season, bro. Jack Howells, I'm sure he's in there as well. So you got a lot of fast guys going to be in VMS, bro. Bro, this is literally all Ferrari, though, the leaderboard here for Hypercar. Nico Barkley staying faithful to the Corvette, bro. This guy's been the Corvette driver since the beginning of time. It's the fastest in all sectors. What is VMS? Virtual Motorsport Series, bro. Just type that into YouTube and subscribe. And I think, when does the season start? It starts, was it April? It's early April, the new season starts, I think. Yeah. So, you want to go have a look on that on YouTube, Virtual Motorsport Series. Go back and watch the highlights of last season. This season's going to be a lot stronger, bro. Yeah, Zach, what I was saying is, like, for instance, I believe Zach Doran, he signed up. I think Bischoff signed up. So many people signed up that are rapid, but because they didn't do the first season, there's going to be guys that were in the first season that are a good chunk slower that will still be in pro while they're going to be in contender series. So it kind of doesn't really make sense, because you should always try and make sure the fastest people are in the top split. Does it make sense if you've got like a lot of fast people in the contenders and, you know, half of the field in pro is not as quick, you know? So I feel like they should only the top three, in my opinion, only the top three positions should be guaranteed into the next season. Everybody else should have to do the time trial again, in my opinion. Right. Should we try the Corvette around Bahrain then? I'm gonna try the Corvette, bro. Yeah, that's good. That's what you need. It's like AOR, bro. Like in AOR, you're just not guaranteed to be in split one just because you was in split one the season before, bro. Everyone's got to do the time trial again. Everybody. You know what I mean? And that's how you just always guarantee that the top split has got the fastest guys in it. That's what they should always do. But at the same time, it gives me something else to watch, man. I have the Crossmaster TLCMs. Why is the season so long? Because they added another race. I mean, it's not that long. The only thing, let's have a look at the calendar, bro, because the only thing I would have liked to have seen is they didn't put what was it? They didn't put no bloody Interlagos on the calendar, man. There, find it. Can I find the calendar? Yeah, I can find the calendar. I'm not, is it 5 months? 13th, 27th, 11th, 25th. What was it, every 2 weeks or something? Is it every 2 weeks? There seems like there's a break. That is that is a longer, it's not 5 months. 4 months it is, I think. 13th for the 4th it starts. And the 27th, 2 week breaks. I don't know about 2 week breaks, bro. It's a long time to stay interested. What if Qatar's delayed? If Qatar's delayed, I'm pretty sure they could swap it for Interlagos. But by the 8th, by the 3rd of the 8th, I think Qatar will be here. You know what I mean? By the 3rd of the 8th, it's got to be here. Surely. Because we are literally in summer by then. Last round is an endurance at Spa. Personally, track choices, Interlagos got to be in there, bro. Got to be. Because, you know, it's one of those tracks where you can make overtaking maneuvers. So it's always a good race. Bahrain's a good circuit for racing. So is Fuji. Imola is a bit meh to me, to be honest. And I know that everyone loves the Le Mans circuit, but I think it's kind of... no, so far, viewing races at Le Mans, I've yet to see a race that was a good one. They've pretty much been all boring because it normally one car is so much stronger than another that you just don't end up really getting a close race unless everyone's in, you know, a similar, like the same car and it's the fastest. Wait. This is just the gold pro. So there's different. This is a platinum split, gold split, and then silver split. So the rounds are kind of changed around. For the silver split, I think. But anyway, depends what split you're in. But the pro split is the one. But if I think their vision is to turn this into a big esports thing. So, you know, good luck, mate. Hope it works out, to be honest. Let's have a little look at the... We have the... Have a look at this. So, this is interesting. This is definitely interesting. Just look at the names. Arda Erkan, Joe McCauley, Nate Viet, I can't say his name properly, James Baldwin, Nicholas Huben, Gorehead, and Jack McConnell. Now, I already know Jack McConnell is seriously fast in these hypercars, so, you know, to be beaten by some of these other guys, you know, a lot of fast people are joining the hypers, bro. That's going to be very good. Yeah, I mean, for this, I don't think you needed rating. You just needed to do the hot stint and be fast. If you were fast, then you'd get into the pro split. But I'm telling you right now, bro, the addition of these guys into the pro split is going to be insane. Add Michi Hoya, Yone Simitic to this list, and it's looking crazy already. Let's look at the GT3s. Who got the fastest time? Viet did a lap of the GT3s as well. So, did Barclay get back in? Barclay did get back in. Wait, hold on. Wait, what am I seeing right now? Where is Whitehead and Liddon gone? So, okay, Kubaki's now in here, Duran's in here, Polesny's in here. Where's Whitehead and Liddon? They disappeared. Did they sign back out? What happened? That's a shame if they're not in it. I think they must have pulled out. Dang. Did they pull out? Guess they pulled out, bro. Wow. So obviously that's taking some strength away from the field then, but you still got Nico Barkley in the Corvette, as always. Adrian Kabaki, I think that's how you say his name. He's always pretty quick. Zach Duran's fast. Polesny's fast. I've never seen these two race, but clearly by the lap times they were doing, they were quick. So interesting. It's a shame that Whitehead and Liddon pulled out. Looks as if that's what's happened. Patrick Schindler. Wait, hold on. I swear this guy was... Wait, what? This guy's got a 59.6. Why is he not at the top? Bro, I don't understand this, bro. Let me go down the list because I don't understand what I'm seeing. Average lap time, bro. This guy was higher than this. I know that for a fact. He was at the top at one point. Where's wait, am I bugging? Bro. Do you know what? I reckon people have, as soon as they saw they weren't in the top split, they've just backed out of it, bro. That must be what happened because Bischoff was on this list as well. He's gone. Damn. I know. Pulled out because of GT3 Bop. Maybe, but I mean, you still got the choice to choose a car. You don't have to stick with a car. You still can choose a car that's got a decent bop. Okay. But even so, I swear when I saw him last, he was still in, he was above Whitehead, this guy. I'm sure he was. Because he did another lap time in the Ford, I believe. And he was above Whitehead. And Whitehead and them lot have pulled out now, and he's into the Pro Series somehow behind this Weisenberger guy when he was definitely... I went on here like yesterday or 2 days ago, and he was definitely above like Zach Duran and stuff like that. So that's weird. I want to see who's like, obviously these guys go into the pro split, but I want to see who from last season is still in the pro split. You know what I mean? Because it's like, who's still in the pro split? I don't know. I mean, they should have scrapped all the times and made everyone do it again. They still got time. Made everyone do it again. But as I said, I believe only the top three, bro. Only the top three should not have to qualify again. If you look at the races, if you look at the races on VMS last season, there was, I think Naui was fast. Then Arda Erkan didn't do all the races. Blotto didn't do all the races. Who else? What's that guy's name? Oh, I forgot the guy's name that Prenter was battling for the championship with. I've forgotten his name. You know? I forgot his name, man. Yeah, you didn't do all the races either. So, but there was like there was like Cripps who's, yeah, Sebastian Wunsch, that's it. Like, so probably Wunsch, Prenta, whoever finished third. I don't know who finished third. Yeah, out of them three, maybe Erkan finished third. Them top three go through. Everyone else in the league has to do the lap time again, or has to do another hot stint to get in. And I feel like, because that would have made more spaces available for the Pro Series then, because it would have been like, what, about 15 spaces to be in Pro. So all the fastest guys would have qualified instead of only, what's that, 6 spaces, bro. I know what a lot of these guys are like, particularly if you're like an esports driver, you're a streamer and whatever, you're like 7th fastest and you get put in the contenders. These guys are not going to show up for that. You know what I mean? Whereas, especially if they know, like if they watched it last season, a lot of these guys will know that they're probably faster than some of the guys that was in the Pro Split last season. But because they're already in it, they can't replace them. They probably already know that and just think, nah. You know, when you're trying to start a championship, bro, it's important to think about the dynamics of what you're doing. You know, that's why AOR and things like LFM have always been so successful off of the jump, because you know, to get in there, it is literally the fastest. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get in there just by chance, bro. You either have to do a lot of ranking up and get a lot of good results, or it's a hot stint thing and you just have to be fast. No, there's no shortcutting your way into it, you know? I don't know. That's just my little 2 cents. Right, let's see what the BMW's like around Bahrain, man. No, we want to do the Corvette. We're doing the Corvette. Corvette. 39 minutes is diabolical. 9:30. Can I get this car working by 9:30? Right. Yeah, Zach, man, if you want to get picked up by a team, bro, you got to start posting some hot laps, and you have to showcase your speed, man. It's very hard just to get picked up on the whim. You know what I mean? Got to start showcasing your speed, getting people's attention, because it's not easy, bro. A lot of the time, it's about who you know as well. Let's try 644. I've done very minimal racing on this BOP, bro. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out if it's any good. I need to do a lot of testing, to be honest. Let's see though. I'm gonna try the Corvette, because the Corvette did look like it got a steady buff. Yeah, Whitehead's doing AOR today. But things with Whitehead, he has to drive the Ferrari, because he drives for Ferrari Esports, so he can't drive anything else. And that is the thing sometimes, depending on, like, when you get picked up, like, you're forced to drive a car, even if you're quicker in something else. You're literally just forced. I think that the changes to the BOP, though, they look interesting. But I think, like, one of the main things is figuring out which BOP is good for fixed and which is good for open setups, you know? Yeah, see, See, let me stop because I haven't got a lot of time left anyway. We might as well wait for the next session anyway.
Log building
Because
finished.
this is something that I believe is also bullshit as well. Because the McLaren around Monza on default is not great. You know, the fixed setup is not great. It's okay if you're gonna. I think if you're gonna increase the weight on the McLaren, then you have to change the default setup to make it faster. And then that way it makes sense. You can't just slow down the car because it's good on open, but then when it's using fixed, it's totally useless. You know, that's the issue that they have when it comes to these, comes to BOP. Most of the races on this game are fixed. So either you have to make the default setups better, or you have to kind of think about it a little harder when you're changing the weight and stuff, because what's good for fixed is not good for open. That's the main problem. Like I said before, I don't think the BOP is bad. I just feel like the default setups is the problem, effectively. And I get why most of the races are fixed, because most people don't want to build setups. That's just the reality. But, man, it does sort of limit what you can do. You know, it limits what you can do with a car, and I feel like it limits the grid, because people are not going to choose different cars because they know a certain car is just terrible on fixed at a certain track. No one picks it. If it was open, people would be able to change the setup of that car and make it compare. Yeah, I feel like intermediate races should be open for sure. You have a bug on Spa intermediate where sometimes it would not allow you to change your tires between quali and race, and it would start me on worn tires. I haven't had that issue, but I know sometimes some of the races you only get a certain amount of tires, bro. You only get a certain amount of tires, so I'm not sure which races. I know it's like some of the times 2 fuel races, I know you only get a certain amount of tires, I think. So basically, you want to use one set of tires in quali. Don't go out in practice. One set of tires in quali, and then one for the race. I don't know if that's the bug. I don't know if you're having a different bug, but I do know sometimes you only get a few sets of tires for the whole race. So that might be it. I'm not too sure. You think Coach Dave's setups are decent? Boy, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that one. I'll be real. Yeah, I think some of those races, I think if you check, it tells you how much sets of tires you got. Like, you see, like, under here where it says, like, unlimited? I think sometimes it would tell you, like, you might only have, like, 4 sets of tires. So, basically, you don't want to go out and practice. You just do the one run in quali with, like, 1 set of tires. And then for the race, you have maybe 2 sets or whatever. What setups that I use, more than often, if I don't use my own, I use Prentice. I use BP tuning, bro, because I know it's done. I know Prentice does his with Motec, and like he can literally show you and explain to you everything in Motec, so you can actually see it for yourself. Whereas I feel like, not in a bad way, but I feel like with Coach Dave, sometimes I feel like those setups are just rushed out just to get them out. You know what I mean? Because the general perception, this is like, obviously I used to build setups, particularly on ACC. I used to build setups. I've built setups for years, bro. Since PCARS 1, I've been like a setup builder. But people misconstrue a fast time of a good setup. It's 2 totally different things, bro. A fast time means nothing, because sometimes that's literally just down to talent. I haven't used Go and Hymo setups yet. I used some Hymo setups for ACC, which were pretty good. Exactly. When you actually see this game, when you can, like, even compared to ACC, this game with Motec bro, it makes a big difference, bro. Like stuff on ACC that you could just get away with, just running like bullshit dampers that don't make any sense. Nah, bro. On this game, having the correct dampers, the correct settings of Motec, like it makes a difference, bro. And particularly in races, like longer races, bro. You don't know how to use Motec. Yeah, that's why personally, that's why I would prefer apprentice setup, because a lot of time I'm there with him or I see what he's doing and he will show me certain things in Motec and it makes you say, ah, oh, okay. And then you actually see the difference on track as well. Yeah, bro. This game is one of those games where, like, if you know like telemetry and stuff, it makes a massive difference. And that's why like Brenton's so fast in the races, bro. You get a lot of data. Even like the Motec that you get from this game is more advanced than what you got from ACC, bro. Like it's a lot. That's why, you know, I know how much detail Prenter goes into, so I know that it's not a thing where he's rushing the setups. Anyone can do a fast lap time, bang a fast lap time out, put the video up, here's the setup, and then most people can't even get any time out of it because the person who did the lap is just talented. But what is that setup like when you got to do an hour-long race or a 2-hour race, or, you know what I mean? I think there's a difference, man. Like with ACC, in the beginning of ACC, Motec made a big difference. By the end, didn't even need it anymore, bro. You didn't need it anymore. In the beginning of ACC, bro, you used to be able to trace the rake of the car going down the straights or around the circuit, or where the car's flipping, where you're carrying too much drag down the straights. You could do all that. By the end, bruv, none of that shit mattered, bro. Yeah, man. Do I use the whole throttle pedal? What do you mean the whole throttle pedal? Yeah, I use the whole throttle pedal. I'm a bit confused by that question. The whole throttle pedal throw. What does that mean? You've been experimenting with only using 60%. What, is that better? How are you finding it? Oh, okay, I get what you mean. In the actual settings, bro, the travel. Okay, I got you. No, to be honest, I haven't tried anything like that, to be honest. I haven't tried anything like that. I've got my brake on about 72, I think, on the brake pressure. Or the brake force or whatever. That's about it. Alright, any more? Bro, why is there no practice sessions, bro? You see, the only thing I don't like about what they've done with these short tracks is the practice sessions, the timings is all messed up. Why are the sessions so short, bro? Remy Lamers. Where do I know this guy from? So that's the racist guy all the time at ACC, man. Oh, then I will do. You got foot cramp. I've got, to be honest, I've got the kind of the stiff springs for the brake. So I think I got like the stiffest springs on my brake. But do you know what? I actually like a soft brake pedal, bro. I don't mind the soft brake pedal because I feel like it allows me to control my trail braking better. I generally don't mind the soft brake with a bit of travel. He said go into settings. Yeah, I've got the red springs, I think. I can't remember what's underneath there. Underneath the red one. What am I calibrated? I think I did what you told me. I've got it on what? Is it -3? Now you can play around with the sensitivity as well. You switch the first one off. Well, I did this, but what I've done is in my wheel settings. I know what you're gonna say. You put this to like 520, but what I've got is in my wheel settings out of the game. I've got this on 520. You turn the second one off. You put the first one to 450. Okay. I ran 450 before. Let me try it in my wheel settings. I've done it before. I used to run 450 earlier, a few patches ago. Alright, let me put my wheel to 450 then. My wheel settings. Put the driver in 900. Yeah, the driver's on 900. I've done this before, bro. This is literally what I used to run. If you look at my Thrustmaster force feedback settings video a couple months back, this is what I was running. I noticed though, like, I noticed with this, it's like it's very, very easy for the car to snap. I will say that. What time's they doing? 23:02. Oh wait.
Enabled.
Wait. 644. I don't go too low in the brake bias because I know this car can get a bit sketchy.
Locking enabled.
Let's see. Shortcut. And all that waiting around. Cold tires. For me, it doesn't feel too different because it's similar to what I already had. I was already running on the back end, I was running like 520 anyway. See, that's the one problem I have. Like my wheel's locked now on the tight corners, so if I don't get it right, I'm screwed, you know. But we used to do this in the GTEs. That's when I started running 450. My friend Carl, he was running like 380. Proper tight angle. Yeah, 520 in Thrustmaster driver, bro. I used to run 900. I used to run 450, 900, and then in Thrustmaster, I'd have it on 450. That's literally what I used to do before, like the last big update. That was terrible. Oh, God. Of course. Slow. The only reason why I went up from like 450 to 520 is because I realized it makes the back end more snappy, so you end up running more TC. Oh my God. That was awful. Catching that the whole way round, you know. These are all over the gaff, man. Now, I don't use 900 in the driver, bro. The car feels like it don't turn. Why is the car so unsettled, bro? It's very hard to push the car into that corner. Just wants to bin it. I'm gonna run out of fuel. Yes, I am. I'm gonna run out of fuel. I was well quicker than this in the BMW. Okay, so we know it'll do like 22.7 or whatever.
Log building finished.
How long is the race? 15 minutes away. I can do low 30, low 22s as a Corvette. I mean, if I could do a decent lap, I could probably get a 0.5. I just don't like the gears on it. I feel like the gears are a bit awkward. 22.3 is the best you've done in the Corvette. Yeah, so I don't know whether to keep it in second or I'm gonna put the I tried it. I think it's a little edgy. I'll put this up to 500 because that's what Racer is using. And I'm gonna put my Thrustmaster thing to 500, and then I'm gonna see. Feels a little more natural. I'm only using the Corvette for banter anyway, so we'll see. Do you know what I should be doing? I should be going up and down on the TC slip.
Logging enabled.
The fastest time I've done around this track is a 0.1 in the BMW. But the BMW is easy. All right, let's see what it's saying. No! Of course. Just of course. Just don't look in the mirrors, nothing. Oh my God. What's crazy is they come out the pit lane, they know they hold you up, and it's just literally just don't even mind. I don't know if I should keep it in third. Probably easier, keep it in third. I messed up. Just about saved it, lads. Just about. Right, we'll try third gear again. Bit too wide, I think. I'm an idiot. Well, that was tragic. Are they slower? You know, I don't even know. I don't know because I'm not driving the car that I was driving before, to be honest. So, no idea. I mean, there should, some of them should be because they got a steady nerf. Oh my God. Wow. I don't want to say like, I can't believe some people are like that slow, but I guess people just, they got lured at their own rate, man. What lap times did I get in before? Yeah, my first sector's slow, bro. My first sector's slow. My last sector is, quite frankly, appalling. Let me see. Let me have a little look. I wasn't even my best last sector. I wasn't my best middle either. Alright. Yeah, I feel the struggle in the last sector, I can't lie. If I don't get down to low 22s, my quality is going to be shocking. Yeah, they definitely made some changes to that Porsche, bro. But I didn't like the way they didn't say what they did. They said what they did with every other car, but then just made a blanket statement for the Porsche. I would have preferred them to actually give the actual details, man. There's one thing I want to practice. Is it worth even going down to first gear for turn 3?
Locking enabled.
So the Porsche is dead now. Man said, I really liked that car. That means it is completely dead. I guess that means it must have been completely broken then. I just want to see if taking that corner and keeping it in second is better than going down to first. First feels awkward. Bro, I'm not even trying to pass you, man. Go ahead. It's got great rotation through there. I feel like I kind of have to remember to stay in fourth, or that braking zone gets very awkward indeed. Yeah, McLaren's very good on open. No, missed my brakes. Oh, fuck. Okay. I think second will be better, but you got to get the line spot on. Okay. That's enough practice, I think. Yeah, I gotta get the line spot on for that. The BMW is good and fixed because it's stability, bro. It's stable and it turns, and that will always be good for people that just want to jump on the game without setup. And that's the thing about setups, bro. Like, when I used to make setups, like, all the time, and I'll probably get back to making setups for this game as well, but when I used to make setups all the time, I never used to, like, directly focus on speed, bro. I used to focus on just nice handling, bro. A lot of BOP changes, Bling. A lot of BOP changes. So apparently the Porsche is dead now. I haven't done too many races, so I don't even know what the state is. I feel like you have to do probably hour-long races to figure out what's really different, you know. So we shall see, man. But I do think you're not going to see many people taking the Porsche in hour-long races if they've killed it that badly, to be honest. Yeah, bro, that's mainly what I used to focus on. It's just making the car nice to drive, bro. That's how all my setups were, just nice to drive. It was never really about the ultimate speed. The reality is, some of the fastest setups, the majority of people will not be able to drive them. Because they're for, like, the top 1% most skilled people. They can drive the car on the edge. A lot of those setups, they don't feel nice to drive. They're just fast. You know what I mean? Whereas for most people, having a car that's comfortable, that you're able to push, you've got stability, it turns in, you've got nice traction, that's probably more important. Yeah, I like, the thing is with the Porsche is, again, a lot of it is people's perception because it's on fixed. That's the problem. Most people's perception of the BOP on this game is based around fixed setups, bro. Most people don't know that the Porsche in an hour-long race starts to kill its tires. So it is a lot more beatable over an hour or over endurance race than it is in a quick 20-minute race where it can survive on tire wear. So killing it completely just takes it another car out of the equation. So I don't feel like that was the right move either, to be honest. It's just about bringing something in line. They can't keep basing, like, what do they base the BOP off of? Is it off of fixed or is it off of open? I feel like it's off of open, but then the majority of races are not open. So people, you know, sometimes the BOP is going to seem as if it's wrong, but most people are not doing open setup races. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. As I said, my solution is make better open setups. No, I mean make better fixed setups. That way, the BOP can still be close, and when you go to open, it should still all be good. Why is the BMW on top for all sims? I mean, it's not really on top on ACC. I don't know about other sims, but ACC is not on top. I'm not too sure, man. Like, I feel like maybe it's a go-to car because it's easy to drive. Like I said, the majority of people will take a car that is easy to drive. You never saw people jumping on ACC and thought, you know what, let me jump in that Lambo or let me jump in that Audi, because it was harder to drive. People, when that BMW came out in ACC, everyone jumped in it because it was so easy. Is it in it? Nah, bro. That BMW's nowhere in ACC, bro. Nowhere. The top car in ACC is the Ford or the Honda or the Nissan. That's what everyone drives, or the Bentley, because it's got a very good BOP. The only people that drive the BMW, the majority of those people, they have to drive the BMW because that's who their esports teams are sponsored by. So some of those esports teams, they have no choice but to drive the BM. Like, they literally can't drive anything else. Yeah, the rake was crazy. But I remember, like, early days in ACC, that was the Bentley. The Bentley was so easy to drive. The only reason why people didn't pick it is because it was right-hand drive. But now it's like the Ford Mustang is the new easy car, so everyone just jumps in that. A lot of the cars that are rapid on ACC, most people can't drive them, like the Nissan. The Nissan's rapid but hard to drive. A lot of the time you got to be using 0TC and all that, so people don't want to drive it. It's the same with the Honda. I remember when the Lexus was rapid on ACC, but it was pretty tricky on the brakes. Yeah, I haven't touched ACC, bro. Like, I think I was on there last year making setups to put on set base and then my Patreon. That was it. Actually, like, doing a race on ACC, bro, nah. Yeah, I feel like playing ACC after LMU feels like I'm taking a step back in progression, because the way you brake on ACC is just completely different. You just smash the brake pedal. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's counterintuitive to go back on ACC right now. What's my I rating, bro? I touched iRacing. I bought the Ferrari 296, bro. I did a few laps and I said, not for me. I can't even believe I bought a car for that price as well. It's a joke. I think not only that with ACC, look, it was a great game, but it's just old now, man. 6 years, bro. Well, 7 years, because it came out in 2018. 7 years, bro. Like, come on, man. We're tired of it. We're tired of it, mate.
Locking enabled.
Duh. Right, we got to nail a quality in this car, man. Okay, second gear through there seems to be... I'm gonna have to be like so accurate. Yo, Hassini, what's going on, bro? You not doing this race, man? The car's alright. I just need to not bin it in this corner because I feel like this will be where I crash. Oh, it's too late on brakes. Oh well. Okay, yeah, we can't do it in second. We can't do that in second, it don't work. Alright, I guess we'll wait till the next lap. I saw what happened to you in the Sebring race, bro. Oh my god. I watched the replay of Con Gretel take you out. I think it was an accident. Yeah, there should be better tracks tomorrow. I swear in the Discord, in the LMU Discord, it tells you what tracks will be up tomorrow, I think. Right, let me focus. Bahrain outer layout again. I will take it. I like the outer layout. Oh my god, turn. Oh my god, what the hell? Alright, we got 1 lap to get it done, lads. Oh my days. Why? All of a sudden, is it awful? What's the grip saying? Higher grip feels like shite. Alright, we have to get this lap right, bro. We have to. That wasn't great. That was not great. Oh, we messed this one up. No. Uh-oh. Lads, this is awful. Okay. Well. Wow. We absolutely bottled that one. Absolutely bottled. Alright, this race is going to be interesting, mate. The T300 Legend. Well, we got that all wrong. All wrong. I knew that first sector was slow. 28.7. Oh, God. Why don't you... But I feel like the LMP2s, bro. Like the LMP2s, when the game first came out, they felt so good. I feel like they don't feel as good. I feel like the handling is lacking in the LMP2s, bro.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
The funny thing is, I actually prefer the handling of the GTEs over the GT3s, bro. I feel like the GTEs fundamentally handle better than the like they feel nicer than the GT3s. Right. We're gonna have to stage some sort of comeback, mate, because this is atrocious. It's actually diabolical, bro. I actually enjoy the braking. Like, you get less dive bombing in the GTEs because you know it costs you if you get it wrong. That's why I feel like the GT3s is so much dirtier. Brother, drive up, please, please. We're making moves and grooves. All right, up to 12th. That's an interesting line. I ain't seen that one before. Wow, the straight line speed in that thing's insane. Oh my God. I feel like the gears are so weird, man. Take care of that. I've already gone faster than quali. That's how bad that was. Oh shit. That was insane. That wide line's just slower. Let's go lower on the brake bias. Oh! Wow! Oh my God! I tell you, slippery out there, man. Yep. Full throttle on the dirty stuff. still can't put together a good lap. Oh my God. Bro, my first sector's tragic. I can't catch this Beamer. Yeah, the gears are certainly a lot shorter. Not consistent at all right now. I cannot catch the guy in front. It's just not happening. It feels nice through the last corner, but just don't think it's that quick. But they're fighting up ahead, and hopefully that might help slow them down a bit. Help! Oh my God. I cannot do that corner to save my life in this car. Yo, Arrow, what's going on, bro? Yeah, bum drafting, bro. You actually lose flipping driver ranking, man. Or safety ratings. Weird. They're fighting hard up in front. Oh my God, turn, man. Damn. I gotta go more rearwards, bro. Oh my God, wow. He's braking early, damn. I thought I broke early there. He's braking before me. Oh yeah, he's definitely braking early, bro. He's struggling on tires big time. We got back up to ninth, but it was pretty tragic. Pretty tragic from an awful quali. Yeah, 22.6 is pretty slow. Bro, I killed this guy, bro. His tires were done though. Proper. You can tell when someone's tires are finished, bro. Like they brake super early. They take, like when they get on the throttle, the back end is always like squirming, bro. Always. That is a sign his tires were finito. Yeah, look how early he's braking, bro. Hey, look at his back end. Yeah, he's all over the place. Yeah, he got stuck on the curb. Damn. Did he have damage? Actually, let's have a look at his wheel. His wheel might be bent. I can't see from this view, can I? Oh, he's counter steering, bro. Yeah, his car's fucked. Yeah, he must have had an off-track warning for that. Damn. It was looking so promising for the guy. What position was he in before? Oh, he was in 11th. It wasn't that far up. Boy. Yeah, see, I don't know about the Corvette, man. Like, I feel like the Corvette is a specialist car, man. It's a specialist car. It's not the kind of car you jump into if you just want to pull up trees straight away. It's a specialist car. I did drive the Corvette when I did the online championship, but that was open setup, so I could make it the way how I liked it, you know? I lost 0.8. Fair dues. Fair enough. You know. Damn. They don't care about these drives from the back of the field, bro. They don't give you no ratings. They don't give you no ratings for making positions, bro. If you're out of position, you're out of position. It's done with. Anyway, guys, give me your thoughts on the F1 then. Give me your thought. What was our predictions again? I can't remember what the predictions were now. What was your thoughts of F1 this weekend? Very interesting weekend on the whole. I think we've seen quite a few storylines on F1 this weekend to watch out for. Probably for the next few races, I should think. Man gave you my thoughts on the whole season. Ferrari disaster, highlight of the bad. You know what? A double DNF for Ferrari for two different reasons is probably, this has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. To get DQ'd for one reason is cool, but to have two different cars both get DQ'd for two different reasons, that is like bro, it's such a Ferrari thing to do, bro. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. I'm like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I honestly don't think it matters who goes to Ferrari. They're not winning no championships. It doesn't matter who goes there, bro. Unless you change the background staff in that team, you got no chance. Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why the car was good in the sprint is because they were able to run it low. If you can run the car low, you can get the performance out of it. It's the same. It's actually the same thing. If you look at Australia, in practice, Leclerc was flying. Remember, Leclerc was faster than the McLarens in practice, but it looks like Ferrari saw that when they run the car low, that basically the car's not going to last the whole race without too much wear on the skid blocks underneath. So as soon as they raise the car, they've got no performance, bro. So I bet you any money after the sprint race, they probably looked at Lewis's floor, saw that there's no way that floor can finish the race without a DQ, raised the car so they were slow, and then they got DQ'd anyway, bro. Exactly. That's why in the sprint they can get away with running the car seriously low, you know. But in the race with heavy fuel, man, I genuinely don't get it. Like how? How do you like? Because the thing is, there was already rumors from Australia that Ferrari were having problems with the ride height of the car, which is why they were so slow in Australia. And then I thought with a new track surface, it was nice and flat and stuff. Lewis in the sprint race was flying. I thought, yo, Ferrari might they could possibly get a 1-2. But as soon as quali happened and I saw where they were in quali, I was like, yeah, no. 75 years of F1 experience to get two cars DQ'd, bro, for two different reasons is diabolical. Like I remember saying this to my friends, bro. Like, if you look at it, Ferrari by far have had the most talented drivers in their cars. They've had Prost, they've had Gilles Villeneuve, they've had obviously Lauda, they've had Alonso, Vettel, they've got Hamilton now, they've got Leclerc. Bro, they've had Schumacher, Raikkonen. Mate, how many guys should have won titles? Like, exactly. Ferrari is Manchester United. Exactly. How many guys should have won titles at Ferrari with their level of ability, bro? It's like, it's done, mate. Because technically, this is the same problem that Mercedes had in, is it 2023, when they couldn't run the car low because it would wear the plank, but that's where all their performance was. If they could lower the car, they were good. But because they couldn't, they were slow. You know what I mean? That's exactly the same thing that's happened to Ferrari now, bro. And it's just like, how can this happen to you in the last year of the regs? You're supposed to, all this stuff is supposed to be experienced already. It makes no sense. No sense. DQ'd, you know, two cars, bro. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I don't know, man. Hopefully this season we get a good inter-team battle between Norris and Piastri, man. Because I think Norris is quicker, but I think Piastri's got more of the dog in him. So at some stage, there's going to be fireworks. 110%. At some stage, there's going to be contact. It happens every single time, bro. Bro, honestly, man, like, with Red Bull, bro, like, as I said already, for me, I wouldn't even have put Tsunoda in the car. I would have put Hulkenberg in the car, man. You need someone who's got experience, man. Yeah, Red Bull are going to end up ending all these guys' careers, man. Apparently, Tsunoda's supposed to be going to Red Bull before Suzuka. That's what's crazy. There's been rumors. If you look today, there's rumors that he's going to replace Lawson before Suzuka, man. Do you know what? I think what Red Bull have done is Max is able to drive such a crazy setup, and because he can extract so much pace out of it, they've gone that way, but nobody else can drive it, bro. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, 2 races is diabolical, but bro, you're qualifying P20 and Max was on the front row. That's crazy work. And that's it. Max is he's a freak, bro. His driving style is insane. And because like he can extract pace out of it, they keep building the car and it makes him faster and faster and faster, but no one else can drive the thing. That's why I don't even think it matters if they get Tsunoda in, because I know everyone was saying like, you know, like they should get Tsunoda and what's Lawson done and rare tear. But if you look at it, throughout the junior formulas, Lawson used to beat Tsunoda. You know what I mean? Like Lawson, technically, if you look at like what they achieved before F1, Lawson was quicker than Tsunoda. So the fact that he's gone in there and can't do anything is insane. Now if Tsunoda goes in there, can't do anything, it's just gonna be like, bro. Exactly. Look at Gasly Albon now. You know what I mean? Gasly destroyed Tsunoda when they were teammates. Albon's been destroying all his teammates, even though they've been crap, but I mean, Perez was decent before. Everyone's getting absolutely slammed, bro. I feel like Max can drive the most sketchiest setup and get away with it. That's why everybody else is struggling. But it's like, who do you put in that other car? Because in a way, it's better for Max. He doesn't have anyone to challenge him. I'm not saying that they'd be able to, but he doesn't have anyone to challenge him. But at the same time, in the championship battle, he doesn't have anyone to have his back either. You know, like how like Piastri and Norris, they can work together to make sure one of them wins. He's got no one to do that with. I actually believe that. I think if Liam Lawson goes to RB, I reckon he will be faster than he is now. Definitely. 110%. I genuinely think that the car is super tricky to drive, man. I think like to me anyway, bro, like I've said it before, I feel like on pure talent, I feel like right now Max is probably in a league of one. Because I can tell that car looks tricky. It looks hard to drive. It's like do you used to watch MotoGP back in the day when Casey Stoner was the only person that could ride the Ducati? Even Valentino Rossi went to Ducati and he was terrible. Like nobody could drive the Ducati apart from Casey Stoner, bro. That's what flipping Max Verstappen's like right now. I said bring Danny Rick back now. He's finito. I feel like racing for Red Bull is got to be like the hardest job on the grid right now. Like that seat next to Max, because the car generally is a struggle, but then you got him still qualifying near the front, still getting decent race results, and you genuinely are qualifying P20. Like you're gonna be in the room looking in the mirror like, is it me? Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, is it me? And then the team, like, obviously you're not gonna get too much love lost from like Helmut Marko and that, but the media are gonna start piling on. Bro, this is career ending for some of these young guys, bro. Because it's just pressure. Pressure. Max is telling you, yes, it's you, bro. Man. I don't know, man. It's tough. It is tough, bro. I would hate to be in that situation. Like don't get me wrong, it's like jumping on, like I've had this in the past, you jump on ACC, jump in a car, like I'll say like the Audi for instance, and it's literally hard to get lap times out of, but then you'll see someone else just rapid. And you're thinking, bro, how? How is he doing it? Because his car's a piece of shit. Man said, welcome to IMSA. I don't know, man. Like, apparently there's rumors, right? There's rumors that not only is Lawson gonna lose the Red Bull seat, but they're not even gonna put him in RB. They're gonna try and get Colapinto off of Alpine. So he's gonna be literally out of the sport after 2 races, bro. Like, that's crazy. I don't feel like they should kick him out of the sport, man. I feel like give him the RB drive, and if he's actually decent in RB, then you have to start looking at your car development, bro. Yeah, I could drive the Porsche. I just couldn't drive it really fast. You know? Yeah, Malinowski was a beast. I remember back when the Porsche had an insane BOP, bro. You had Malinowski, you had Chris Hartfeld, Jordan Sherratt. Bro, these guys were doing the craziest times in that car, man. No, you said Liam Lawson's done. The pictures of him with bags under his eyes is wild work. Hold on. Hold on. Bro, that is cold. Let me look. Let me look at this guy, bro. I want to see the stress. I want to see the stress levels, brother. No, hold on. He's stressed out, isn't he? Brother. the biting of the lip. It's tough. Nah, I knew it was tough, bro. When his hair went from this to that, bro. That's when you know it's premium struggle bus. Look right here, he's got the slick back, the sunglasses, the confidence. Now it's the biting of the lip. The hair's disheveled. He's not sleeping right. You know what I mean? Next year he starts losing his hair. Got to take a trip to Turkey and that. His girlfriend's having thoughts about other men. It's tough. It's tough. Do you know what? Do you know when that Red Bull seat originally got cursed, bro? That Red Bull seat got cursed the moment Daniel Kvyat got booted out, mate. That's when the Red Bull seat got cursed. Because Max Verstappen, he took Kvyat's seat, he took his woman, I mean, he even took his child. Nah. Yo, Verstappen's been killing teammates since the beginning, bro. Remember, Daniel Kvyat, he's got a baby with that Kelly Piquet already. So she's got a kid with Daniel Kvyat. Max Verstappen rolled in 2016, took his seat, won the race, took his girl, and now the kid's part of his family. That is super sad. I don't know where Kvyat is, bruv. He's in IMSA and that. Oh, bro. That's crazy, man. Max Verstappen's all on iRacing doing streams with, I think, what's the daughter's name? I think it's Penelope or something. Doing streams with Kvyat's kid, like running in and out of the room and that, man. And he got Kelly pregnant. It's all down. It's all down here for Daniel Kvyat, bro. It's all downhill, mate. And the thing is, he can't say nothing, bro. Only thing he can do is beat him up. If he can beat him up, at least you can say, well, I'm stronger than you. But you took your woman, you got her pregnant, you took your kid, he's faster than you, he's better than you, he took your seat in F1. Mate, what do you do? It's that moment you have to look yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean? I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. I'm telling you, bro. He's definitely in a fetal position at nighttime, for sure. What do you even do to come back from that? Yeah, but you know what's worse, bro? Think about it. If that happened to you, right? You're a driver. This young kid comes in, takes your seat in F1. He literally wins the race. Wins the race straight away. Your missus leaves you, gets with the guy that replaced you, has a baby with her. He becomes like a 4-time world champion, and you just see his face everywhere. Like everywhere. Like, can't get away from him, bro. Man. That's rough, bro. That is stress. Changing sports for real. I'll go do athletics or something. $29-year-old left him for an 18-year-old is actually diabolical, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need Max needs someone around him to tell him, bro. You need to watch out for that Kelly Piquet, bro, because she's moving kind of, you know what I mean? Man said Glock with the switch. Yo. That's true. You definitely have options, but it's like, you don't want to see your ex on the grid still. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, like, any woman, you can't be have slept with 2 different drivers, bro. Like, for Max, like, maybe he was happy to get the cougar. I don't know, but ain't he thinking like, bro, like, she's already been with this guy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You're an F1 driver. You've got a litter of choice. I think he could have made some better decisions there still. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, see, calling him, nah, bro. I couldn't. I know what I would do, bro. I'd have to get an iRacing subscription, grind for my iRating. I'd have to meet him on track somewhere, bro. It'd have to be that. Just destroy every single race he does. Just take him out every time. You know what I mean? I know Kvyat's got the money, bruv. I'll be iRacing subscription. You know what I mean? Get that iRating up. Make sure I'm in that top split. Just cause havoc. calling this man dad, you know. Like Kvyat just don't exist, bruv. That is actually super sad. I know, still. But he's a real life racing driver, bruv. He should be able to get some decent equipment and grind. How much do you want it, Daniel? Man, that's tough to deal with, bro. That's tough to deal with. That, to be honest, that's kind of what. You know what? Max Verstappen literally is the reincarnation of Michael Schumacher, bro. Because Schumacher did the same thing. Schumacher's wife used to be with Heinz-Harald Frentzen. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but there was another German driver back in the day called Frentzen. And Schumacher's wife used to be with Frentzen first, bro. Schumacher came in the picture, bruv. I mean, I'll take the limelight, brother. You know what I mean? And while I'm at it, give me your girl too. Like, damn. Sad. Could you imagine, bro? He would have all the Max fans in his chat as well. All of them. I feel sorry for Kvyat, I can't lie. Bro, man said these paychecks go to fixing reliability issues. That is super sad. It'll be tough, bro. It'll be tough. But like, for me, I wonder when Kelly and Kvyat actually split up, bro. If it was a thing where like he lost the Red Bull seat and then she just kind of like dipped like, nah, I don't date back markers. Imagine that's what she was saying to him. I don't date back markers, bro. I only date guys that can do 116s at Barcelona, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? That 17.2 you're doing, that's not enough for me. I need 16.7s, bro. I don't date back markers. I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you. That must have been like so tough to be on the grid, knowing like your missus, your mother with your child has split up with you, but she's still in the Red Bull garage and she's all loved up on the new guy. No, bro. That must be affecting him while he's trying to drive, honestly. I said women. Nah, for real, man. Well, I hope Kvyat's moved on, innit? I hope he's happy. I hope he's happy for sure, because bro, I would be so like, anyway, I'd be motivated anyway to do the best I can do just by losing your seat in general. But losing your seat in that manner, and it, bro, I'll be so motivated. Oh my god, the hours I'll be putting in, bro. I'm building a bed in the factory. I'm literally building a bed in the factory, bro. I'm not going home. I'm not going home until I know the car inside out, bro. I'm making sure that they're going to be talking about me for my performance until I get another top drive, bro. Because we need to settle this on track. I need to sun this guy. You know what I mean? I need to beat him one time at least, bro. Telling you. It's tough, bro. It's tough. Sport in general is tough, man. You know, losing your position and stuff in F1, like Liam Lawson, what he's going through now, I don't envy him at all, bro. That is hard. He's had literally 2 races and both of the tracks he's never driven before. So you can understand a little bit why Lawson's struggling, but at the same time, just can't qualify dead last, man. On pace, you're dead last. Like, it's just, it doesn't make any sense. Man. I genuinely believe like Max is probably like trying to tell him like, bro, you got to do this, you got to do that. Lawson's just like, I can't do it, mate. Possible. What else did we have in F1? Yeah, the car is definitely, it looks like super hard to drive, bro. George Russell's doing all right, to be honest. George Russell's just putting in quiet performances, getting podiums and that. Every season needs a Latifi. That's true, but normally the Latifis and Sergeants are in the crap cars, bro, or in the small teams. He's like in the in one of the big teams, performing like he's in one of the slow teams. It's diabolical business. Yeah, last place is unacceptable, bro. Like, I get it. Sergio Perez survived, getting knocked out in Q2s and stuff. Cool. You qualify a little 11th or 12th. It's tough, but you're probably getting to the points by the end of the race. But dead last behind the Saubers, bro? Nah. You're getting outpaced by Haas, bro. Who was I watching battle? I was watching Jack Doohan. Is his name Doohan? Doohan and Hadjar battle. And I'm watching Lawson behind them, not being able to catch them while they're battling, bro. I'm like, yo, this guy is chalked, bro. He's finito. Thoughts on Audi and Caddy? I'm glad that it's manufacturers joining, bro. I didn't want it to be some flipping. I didn't want Andretti. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be like a proper Audi Caddy. Like, I wanted it to be something proper. I feel like it just looks better. So yeah, I'm happy for it. I hope that they actually hit the ground running, man. Honestly, I do. I know Caddy is supposed to be taking Ferrari engines, so I suppose there's going to be there's a little bit of limitation, but Audi building their own engine, I'm interested. Bro, Audi should be coming in aggressive, but I heard that was it a year ago, whatever. I heard that, I don't know if this is true, by the way, but I heard that Audi, they have some sort of like aluminium technology with the pistons or something like that, something crazy like that, and apparently it's like what they're known for. With like no one else is as good as good as Audi at it, and apparently it got vetoed by Mercedes or something. You know what I mean? Because they were scared that Audi were going to come in and do basically what Mercedes did. Because obviously Mercedes, they had like hybrid technology from 2007. So by the time it got to 2014, they were well more advanced than all the other teams. So most of the other teams already knew that Mercedes were going to dominate before 2014. They already knew it because they already had the technology. You know what I mean? And apparently Mercedes vetoed the aluminium pistons or whatever they are that Audi did to stop them from coming in and just having like a crazy strong engine advantage or some shit like that, apparently. I hope Caddy are decent, bro. But they're gonna be cursed because they're taking a Ferrari engine, so you're doing anything with Ferrari, bro, it's it's gonna be tough. Yeah, man, like I hope Aston Martin come good. To me, I don't care as long as it's like tight, a good battle, and like what I like about F1 at the moment is most of the best drivers are in the best cars, bro. That's what I like. I want it to be like that. We're gonna see. The rumors are, again, rumors. We don't know, but again, there was rumors back in the day of Mercedes. The rumors are next year that Mercedes already have an advantage on the engine side of things. So we might be looking at a repeat of 2014. Maybe the gap not as big, but apparently they've got a strong engine for 2026, which looks good for the likes of George Russell. But I'm sorry for your loss. This season F1, I think it all depends on if Ferrari can sort out their ride height. Because Ferrari have got performance there. If they can sort their ride height out, then their car looks quick. I think if Red Bull can improve their car, I feel like Max will be straight involved in the championship race, bro. And like he's got an advantage and a disadvantage. The other teams, you can already see like Hamilton and Leclerc are gonna take points off each other, 110%. Hamilton and Leclerc are always gonna take points off each other. Same with Piastri and Norris. If you look at it right now, Max is second in the championship, bro. But because of that, my my whole seat is wet. I think it's filled with water. Yes, correct. Must be the water. What? Yeah, Red Bull gonna be shite next year, bro. Red Bull gonna be shite next year. Like as I said, the driver who's in the best position right now is Verstappen, bro, because he's gonna be the next one that leaves. I mean, Hamilton's not gonna leave Ferrari after 1 year. Leclerc, I don't think's ever gonna leave Ferrari unless they boot him out. McLaren, Piastri and Norris not going nowhere. If Red Bull have chalked, Max has literally got free reign to choose whether he goes to Mercedes or Aston Martin. Because as good as Russell is, Toto Wolff wants Max bad, bro. Yeah, apparently it's race supposed to be like between race 3 and 5. I feel like Ferrari they need to, I don't know, it's like not in a bad way, but it's very Italian, and I feel like that pressure always builds up on Ferrari. That's why we saw the collapse of like Vettel. We saw them collapse Alonso's chances. It's been the same for years, bro. If you look at how many titles, arguably, they threw away Massa's title in 2008 because he should have won that title, bro. He won more races than anybody, but bro, cars breaking down, flipping hose getting stuck in the side of the flipping at the pit stop at Singapore while he was winning. He retired from like 2 or 3 races while leading, bro. So Ferrari messed that up. 2010, they messed up Alonso, bro. Brought him in for that pit stop. No idea why. He should have won 2010. I think Alonso actually bottled 2012, to be honest. At Suzuka, I think he bottled 2012. But again, there was a chance at a championship there. Vettel, like, in 2017, I don't feel like the Ferrari was quite fast enough. I feel like it was good at certain circuits, but overall, I don't think like it was fast enough. 2018, it was fast enough, bro. But then Ferrari introduced an upgrade that made the car slower for like 6 races. They didn't realize it, took it off, and then Raikkonen won the next race. It's like, bro, like, you're literally against your drivers, man. Ah, bro, it's insane. Aston Martin, bro. If they get someone like Max, they are going to be a problem. They've literally got Aston Martin. They're like Thanos looking for the rings right now. I'm telling you. They've got the guy who created the Mercedes engine. They got Adrian Newey, the aero guy. They got like endless backing because they got I think they got financial backing from Aramco, so they ain't ever running out of money, bro. They are good. They've got the oil money, bro. You know what I mean? They got the Saudi Arabia money. They've got dough. Like you see, like the contract they're supposed to be willing to offer Max is insane. You know what I mean? So I don't know. They've got some insane guys at that team, bro. Having the engine guy, and they're gonna get the Honda engine, plus they're gonna get Cowell, who created is part of the team that created the Mercedes engine. And then they've got Newey, financial muscle. They got the best wind tunnel, bro. Yo, if you're Max, what are you doing? Are you going to Mercedes, who are, let's face it, they are a championship outfit. They know how to win championships. Or do you take the chance to go to Aston? I think if Aston didn't have Newey, no chance. But the fact that now they've got Newey, bro, and they've got one of Newey's old guys as well that was at Red Bull before as well. So it's like, yo. Yeah, but I think like, yo, Gas, what's going on, bro? I think like with Ferrari, like their car, it doesn't even make any sense to me because the new cars are totally different. So like this season, the cars for the new, they're totally different cars, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why at the end of last season they had solid form. So I don't get why you would change everything for one last year. And like, especially because next season is a lot of the focus is back on the engine side of things. It's not gonna be like how it's been where the aero is so important. Aero is still gonna be important, but the engine is gonna take much more importance, just probably a little bit closer to how it was in 2014. So I don't know, man. I don't trust Ferrari at the start of new regulations, bro. They always disappoint me. I never trust them. Apart from when it was like back in the day. But now I don't never trust Ferrari at the start of new regulations, man. They always piss about. Bro, Ferrari should have got Newey, bro. I don't like this is, bro, I'm telling you, man, they're going to regret that decision. They are going to regret that decision, bro. Ferrari should have. If I'm Ferrari and I've already got Leclerc, I don't care about signing any other drivers. I know Leclerc is fast enough, bro. I would have signed Newey before any driver, bro. If I've already got Leclerc, I'm signing Newey. For new regulations, bro, like, like if you look at Newey's track record, bro, like when it comes to titles, there's no one near this guy. It's not even close, bro. Even if you think about it, the only thing that stopped Newey's domination of F1 was the hybrid era when Mercedes engine was just crazy. You know what I mean? But arguably, the chassis that Red Bull had was probably just as good as the Mercedes one, but it was just all about engine power. But this guy would have been dominating the sport for how long? You know what I mean? Like, Newey is the catalyst for success, bro. The drivers are just drivers that will benefit from it, you know? Ferrari had the chance. They basically had first refusal on Newey, and they said no. And now they're getting disqualified from races, bruv, because their car don't comply with regulations. Like, mate, to me, dumb move, innit? Nui's as close as you can get to guaranteed success. Nui, in fact, you could honestly say that Nui is closer to give you guaranteed success than any driver on the grid. You know what I mean? Like, how many titles has this guy won, bro? Even some of these cars that didn't win titles, the cars were rapid. Ferrari behaves like Kunos. Yeah, like, I mean, they keep a lot of stuff in-house, but like I said, I was a Ferrari fan from back in the day. If you look at Ferrari, bro, Ferrari's most successful period is when they diversified the team. You know what I mean? They had Rory Byrne, English guy. They had, what's his name? John Tott, French guy. They had, what was the other guy again? What's his name again? Brother. The main guy is Schumacher's right-hand man. I'm not going to forget his name, bro. Ross Brawn, that's it. They had Ross Brawn, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they had, like, again, they were like Thanos with the Infinity Stones. They got Schumacher. That was it. The team blossomed. If you look at these guys, look at what, what's his name? Ross Brawn was able to create when he went to Brawn. The guy knows how to put a team together. They won a title just off the back. You know what I mean? Brawn GP just wins the title out of nowhere. This is what Ferrari needed to do, bro. That's what Ferrari needed to do. They need to assemble the Avengers and that. And then you don't have to worry about signing a Verstappen or a Hamilton to win the title, because if you create a monster of a car, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz would have won the championship easily without any problem whatsoever. We've already seen that already. Look at 2016. Nico Rosberg won a championship purely because his car was, I know he beat Hamilton, but he's Nico Rosberg is in championship battles because he's just in a great car. He wasn't a championship driver before that. You wouldn't have thought, oh, Nico Rosberg, I can see him winning a title in the future. No. Once you've got a car that is dominant, it doesn't matter. Like Sergio Perez finishing second in the championship. How? Sergio Perez was never a top 6 driver on the grid. But because you've got the car, you know, it puts you in positions to fight for things, you know? That's what Ferrari should have done. I don't know why they didn't, and they're going to regret it forever, because this is going to be Nui's last job. And now he's like shareholder stuff. I know Ferrari didn't want him as a shareholder and that, but maybe you could have given him, I feel like they could have given him power in the team. Yeah, you should give him who they should hire to work as an engineer, because your engineers are terrible, bro. They've proven this. So I feel like they should have given him the power, because Ferrari's engineering team has shown that they're not capable over a full season to develop the car properly. How many times have you ever seen, let's go back to last 10 years, 15 years, when have Ferrari ever won a development race over a season? Ever. And we can go back to before cost caps and all that stuff. Remember, Ferrari, they get like, what is it, like 69 mil or 61 mil just for participating in F1. They get like a legendary payment that nobody else gets, just them. So they have more money. They spent more money for years than anybody else. But they've never outdeveloped anybody over the season, bro. Never. They always get destroyed in development. How? Exactly. A decent driver can win a championship just because you got a good car. Jacques Villeneuve won a championship. He was decent, but he was not as special. Even like Jenson Button, he was decent, but he wasn't like, let's be real, Jenson Button won the championship. He wasn't even the top 3 driver in F1. But got the car, so get it done. All I'm saying is Ferrari, they could have been. Imagine an Adrian Newey designed Ferrari. They're developing merch. It's actually true. Like, the hype has been phenomenal. It's been astronomical, but man. Yeah, like, as I said, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take anything away from the drivers because, you know, they do a good job. But if you get, like, great drivers, or if you get good drivers, put them in a great car, they will win. If you get generational drivers like Hamilton, Max, like Schumacher, you get these kind of guys and put them in a dominant car, F1's going to be boring, bro. They're going to destroy it. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? I mean, like, and that's the reality. Like Lando Norris, I don't think he's like Max's level, but he's a good driver. If you give that guy a good car, he's going to win a championship. You know what I mean? It's that simple, bro. F1 is not, it's not like back in the day, like when the driver could make a big difference, like a massive difference. Now you're pretty much bound by the tools that you got. You can make a bit of a difference, but you know, most drivers are pretty decent, so there's only so much you can do. Like, for instance, Max at Australia, he kept up for as long as he can, but the limitations of the car did not allow him to fight once, you know, the tires start wearing. It's a wrap, it's done. You know what I mean? And that's another thing in F1 as well, like, the tires, bro. The tires is like, if your car's not built to sustain performance over long stints, you're not going to have great race pace, bro. It's that simple. I like to see what Yuki's got, but I feel like I know Yuki's fate already. You're going to get smoked. You know what I mean? Do I know what sets new drivers apart? I feel like, in my opinion, is consistency, innit? I don't want to die while driving. Yeah, boy. I don't think that anyone wants to die, but in these cars, you gotta go something to die in these cars, bro. It's gotta be a very unlucky situation to die in this current state of F1. The cars are super safe. Yeah, back in it, like, yo, when I watched back in the day races, I started to realize, like, yo, these lot were actually crazy. They were actually crazy, bro. Like, you know, if you go like really far back when their shoulders are even exposed and stuff, you're like, yo, these lot are insane. Now, well, to be honest, it should be safer. They did the right thing, but I don't know. I feel like the difference I see in drivers now, because I don't feel like there's a massive difference in like the top drivers. I feel like in terms of speed, they're all close, man. You know, I feel like you can say maybe like Max might have an edge here or edge, but I feel like Max's edge is probably his consistency. That's like, he's just always there. Where a lot of the other drivers, they're kind of up and down sometimes. That's where I feel like the real edge is. But in terms of like pace, these guys at the front are super close right now, in my opinion. And that's why the cars are making such a big difference, because it's like what maximum at a tenth and a half between all these guys, and then you got one car that's four tenths quicker. You know what I mean? Bro, Grosjean's crash is like, bro, if you wasn't religious, bro, you are after that. Kimi Räikkönen is a madman. I remember that. Man just kept it pinned. Just Feu Rouge, full of smoke, pinned. Raikkonen was, man, I'm sad that guy fell off so early, bro. He was so fast, bro. Raikkonen was actually so fast back in the day, man. I'm not even talking about the Ferrari days. I'm talking the McLaren days, bro. That guy was a joke. Raikkonen was a monster back in the day. It's a pity he just lost it, man. Lost motivation or something. I don't know. But he lost it. It's like he lost it after he won the championship. I don't feel like he was ever the same after he won that championship. Because Raikkonen was actually a freak. He was actually just rapid. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, I want to see what Yuki does in the seat. I hope it doesn't destroy his career. Because if Yuki goes in there and he's just crap, then it's just Red Bull have to look at their car design, bro. But my feeling is, I feel like Max is gonna leave Red Bull either at the end of this season or next season. Apparently, there's rumors that they're gonna replace Lawson with Yuki Tsunoda before Japan. There's supposed to be a meeting this Thursday. So apparently that's the talk, because like obviously they're seeing in the data that Lawson's just struggling massively, bro. It's not even a thing where he messed up his qualifying lap and that's why he ended up 20th. Like his pace is genuinely just slow. Like the rumors are either Max to Mercedes or Max to Aston. I don't feel like Ferrari can Ferrari. Well, they probably could, but can Ferrari afford to pay for Max and Lewis? And if you're Ferrari, are you going to get rid of Leclerc? I wouldn't get rid of Leclerc. I think Leclerc and Lewis, that's good enough, bro. It's Max either to Aston or Mercedes. I know Toto Wolff wants Max, but it's just, do you go? Personally, I would like to see Max go to Aston Martin for the project, bro, and see if he can build them up. I'd like to see that. I feel like he'd go to Mercedes, and if Mercedes have got the best engine, like what's the rumor is for next season, yeah, he could win some championships and all that. Cool, but I just want to see like Aston Martin just become a force. You know? Yeah, if Max and Lewis in the same team would be insane, bro. Like, oh no, they wouldn't, innit? They can't make Ferrari the villain. Yeah, if Max and Lewis went in the, I tell you what, bro, it would be the craziest, most toxic environment ever. Oh my, could you imagine? Could you imagine online if, let's say, Max is behind Lewis and Lewis has a bad pit stop and oh my god, bro. Yo. You know them Ferrari guys would be getting them death threats, bro. You know what I mean? Lewis all having to hide in the toilets when he goes to Zandvoort and that, bro. Nah. Come on, man. I think it would be crazy. It would be actually insane. Yeah, see, you're never gonna. He's never moving out the way, innit? Max is never doing that. Okay, I'll let him pass now. No chance, bro. It would be good. It would be good for a season. I can't lie. It would be good. It would definitely be the whole Lewis versus Alonso thing again for sure. But I personally, I would have, if we did see that, I would have liked to have seen it like years earlier. Not the age that Lewis is at now, innit? I would have liked to have seen it like 6 years ago. Well, if Lewis was like 6 years younger, I would like to have seen it then. I feel like it's a little bit more fair then. 'Cause I feel like the one thing I've noticed that like the change in Lewis, the one thing I've noticed, um, the one thing I've noticed about Lewis now is when the car's tricky, he struggles way more than he ever used to, bro. Like if the car doesn't handle like how he wants, like put it this way, when the car does everything he wants, he can still extract the performance. You know, he's still as fast as before. But when the car's tricky, he's not the same, bro. Like he's not like for instance, like 2009 when the car was tricky, he was still rapid. But now it's like when the car struggles, he struggles way more. Like for instance, look at China. In the sprint race, the car was good, he was rapid. In the main race where the car was more tricky because they had to raise it, he was slow. I mean, we saw the same thing at Mercedes. When the car was tricky, Russell would beat him. You know what I mean? So I would have preferred like a few years ago. I feel like Max can drive a tricky car and still be fast, innit? And sometimes I feel like it's like an age thing. Like when you're still young, you're still trying to push it now. When you're older, bruv, this car's a piece of shit, bruv. I'm not driving this. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't care because you know that the car just doesn't feel good. Like look at Alonso a lot of the time. He knows the car's not shit, so he's just like, bro, just retire the car. You know what I mean? Put it in park, bro. Call it a day, mate. I feel like that's what even if you look at like Daniel Ricciardo, when he was younger, maybe he just didn't like these cars, but when he was younger, he was full out attack mode or whatever. But apparently, you know, when he joined McLaren, that McLaren was supposed to be a pretty hard car to drive, and he just fell apart, bro. I feel like Max can drive a car that's not tricky, but his teammates will be closer to him. Like anyone could drive a car that's not tricky because it's comfortable. But I feel like the direction that Max goes into with his setup, he can make the car fast through that direction. And that's why other people can't live with it, because it's super sensitive. You know what I mean? So if he can drive it, he can make a stable car unstable, and it helps his pace where it's to the detriment of the other guy. The other guy can't do it, so they have to stay with maybe a setup that's more understeery. They can't find the time, he can. So, and to be honest, that's exactly how sim racing is, bro. That is exactly how sim racing is. If you look at a lot of the fast guys, bro, they can drive the car so pointy and they gain time for it. But when you try it, you just lose the back end. It's sketchy. It's exactly how sim racing is, bro. The fastest setups are pointy as hell. Oscar's quick, Lando's slacking. I think Lando's faster than Oscar, but I think Oscar has a better mentality. I think Oscar's more of a dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, Lewis's first season was insane. That whole you know, that F1 period back then was just think about that season, bro. It was like both Ferrari guys versus both McLaren guys, bro. You know what I mean? You don't really get that anymore. You just get like the leader for each team facing each other. That's about it now. Oscar's definitely like, he's more cutthroat. He's more willing to bang wheels. He's more willing to get aggressive, get the elbows out. But I do think Lando has a slight pace advantage, which he's just going to have to execute every weekend. Not like he did at China, because he was scruffy at China. You know what I mean? He was scruffy in China, so that's where the difference is between the very elite drivers. When they've got that car, like, they don't make no mistakes, bro. It's just straight domination. The McLaren team order. I mean, Oscar was a rated guy before he got to F1. Everyone knew this guy was quick, so yeah, I believe that as well. I do believe Lando has got a bit of like mental fragility there. Like, you can get to Lando. Whereas like the one thing you'll say about like Lewis and even Max is like for instance, if they go into a press conference and they're getting questioned about something and they're getting pressure from the media, their reaction is to be more robust, is to be more aggressive. You know what I mean? They all almost like racing angry, and it helps them. They go quicker. Whereas I feel like that level of criticism holds Lando back. I don't feel like he'd have the same reaction as those guys would have. You hope Oscar wins World Driver Championship before Lando. Yeah, he definitely lets things affect him. I even think Charles Leclerc's got a bit of that as well. He lets things affect him a little bit too much as well, I think, with Leclerc as well. But he's super talented, man. I don't care which one of the McLaren drivers wins, as long as it's a good battle. That's my standpoint. I just like to see a good battle. I want to see it get, like, I enjoyed F1, honestly. The best years of F1 is when these guys don't like each other. It's only good when there's actually some animosity there. It's like anything, any sort of sport, there's nothing like a really, really good rivalry, bro. It needs it, bro. It needs it. Like, Hamilton Alonso in 2007 was good, but Raikkonen won the title, and it just never seemed like Raikkonen and Hamilton were like it didn't even feel like a rivalry, bro. The rivalry was literally Alonso or Hamilton, and then Raikkonen just slipped him and won the title. But I like rivalry, bro. Like Vettel and Alonso, man, it wasn't really a rivalry. It was like mutual respect. But when there's the rivalry, like these guys do not like each other, that's when it's fun. I like it when it's fun, bro. Like Damon Hill Schumacher, bro. Oh god, that was actually funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, think of Schumacher when he crashed in the back of Coulthard. He's going to the garage trying to fight, bro. I like it like that, bro. Like these guys want to beat each other so bad. You know what I mean? Think of football, like Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, proper like battles, bro. Wenger, Mourinho, like you need to have that dislike. That's why 2021 was so good, bro. It was war. It was literally war. I love it. Because you know both teams are just under just mad pressure. You know, that to be able to perform in that environment, you know, that's why you probably have to say like mentally, like mental fortitude. That's why Hamilton and Max Verstappen stand above the rest, because mentally they've shown that they've got that inner belief, bro. And probably maybe only Alonso's the only other guy that's got that. But I actually think Alonso's past it now. I can't lie. And when I say past it, I don't say like he's a terrible driver, but in terms of, you know, he's absolute maximum level, he's not at that maximum level anymore, in my opinion. Stroll's way too close for him, Quali, for me to think that Alonso is at his best. Nah, sorry. Russell, this is going to be a telling season, bro. Russell, I actually rate Russell a lot higher than other people do, bro. People shit on Russell, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? I think Russell is tough, bro. He's a good driver. Whether he, you know, a lot of people going on about the mistakes that he made in 2023, cool. He did that. But he's got the speed. I feel like he's mentally tougher than Lando. You know what I mean? I feel like Russell is mentally tougher than Lando Norris. You feel like Russell's better than Verstappen? Nah, I feel like you're bugging. I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? I feel like he's up there, but nah. I'd rate Russell like maybe he's definitely top five. Top five. He's top five. For me, I'd have Max, Lewis, Leclerc. Probably Russell. Probably Russell. And then maybe Alonso, bro. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know about all that, bro. Yeah, I feel like Leclerc's better than Russell. Hell yeah. Are we talking about raw speed? Yeah. I think, don't get me wrong, Russell's good, but I don't feel like there's a massive difference between these guys, but boy. I just slightly favour Leclerc still. But you think Russell's better than Verstappen? I think that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy. There's certain signs that I saw from Verstappen that made me know that this guy was no joke, bro. In my opinion. And this has got nothing to do with his title winning years, bro. The first drive that I saw from Verstappen when I knew this guy was a problem, I think was what year was it? It was Cota. It was Cota 2018, bro. I think it was Cota 2018, bro. If you haven't watched that race, you tell me the last time you've seen someone, right, when Hamilton's got a good car, Vettel's got a good car, Raikkonen's got a good car. He's like, Verstappen started like 17th or something. No safety car, nothing. How the hell does this guy catch them and finish second a couple of seconds behind the leader? Knowing that these guys are all in good cars, bro. You don't see that from anybody else. Tell me another driver you've seen be able to catch Hamilton from the back of the grid in a car that in 2018 Mercedes had a better car than Red Bull, bro. I've not seen no one since get anywhere near being able to make up the difference from 17th in a completely dry race, no safety cars, nothing, just on pure pace, be able to catch the leaders and finish second from 17th while all these guys are in a top car. Don't see that stuff, bro. That's when I knew, yo, he's a joke. When I see Russell have those type of drives, then yeah. But I've not seen nothing like that from Russell yet, so not for me, mate. Not for me. Yeah, Max is funny, bro. I know exactly why Max sees red. Max sees red every time he knows that he does not have the car to defend his championship. That's when he starts going crazy. The hyperbolic time chamber is wild. If you look at the times Max has gone crazy, it's always for the same reason. At the end of 2021, the Mercedes was just way quicker and there was nothing he could do. So he just started driving dirty, bro. Then last season, the McLaren was way quicker. Same thing again. Started driving dirty. That's his MO, bro. That's what we want to see. I'll be interested in seeing because I feel like if you look at Hamilton, has he ever been in a situation where he's got the lead of the championship and it's coming down towards the end of the championship, but his car's just not up to it and there's nothing he can do? I don't feel like he's not had that situation yet. You know, so I would like to see how other drivers handle that situation. It's kind of in the Michael Schumacher realm, like 1997. He knew the Williams was just playing quicker, bro. Playing faster. That's why he tried to take out Villeneuve, because he knew that on pure pace, Villeneuve is going to catch and pass him. It does. It makes the sport fun, bro. See, 2018, bro, like, in the beginning of the season, Ferrari were rapid. But remember, that was the season that Ferrari messed up an upgrade And if you look at the races, that's when Mercedes won like a bunch of races back to back. I think like 5 races, bro. Ferrari brought an upgrade that made them slower, and then they realized it made them slower, took it off the car, and then Raikkonen won the next race. But that period where they used that, where they put that upgrade on the car, literally ruined their season, man. But that's what I mean about Ferrari. They literally they can't develop over a season well. They always fumble, always. You know what I mean? I love a bit of RG. Do you remember Massa and Kubica at Fuji? Like pushing each other wide, bro. That was quality, man. Bro, I love that stuff, bro. I love it when it's a bit argy-bargy. It's fun. Now they like cry about the smallest things. You think, bro, man, look, two DNFs. Hamilton's cooked. Leclerc's cooked. The Ferrari are cooked. I don't think they're cooked for the whole season, but man, you have to think, bro. Look at some of the drivers that's driven for Ferrari and never won a championship there. It's actually insane. They've had the best drivers in history to never win a championship there. They've been doing this for as long as I can remember. The funny thing is, if you go and watch Ferrari before the Schumacher era, they were doing it then. This is nothing new. This has been going on since before most of us were probably watching F1. Think about it. They had Gilles Villeneuve in their car, and he didn't win a championship, bro. That guy was a monster. Gilles Villeneuve was, I know he died and stuff, which was sad, but yo, that guy was super talented, bro. Never won a championship in the car. Prost, they kicked him out because he criticized the car, basically saying like, yo, the car, the way the team's working, this is not good. They kicked him out, bro. Prost. It's like, huh? Schumacher's the only one that went there and did it. Alonso was there. He couldn't win it. Vettel was there. He couldn't win it. It's like, yo, bro. Like, Raikkonen literally won it off the back of the Schumacher era because the team was still pretty strong. But since, like, those guys departed the team, they fumbled the bag every single season. They fumbled Alonso. They fumbled flipping Vettel. 2022, they fumbled Leclerc. Because they had the illegal flaw, bro. It's been going on for years, bro. It's literally been going on for as long as I can remember. This is nothing new. It's definitely a machinery and a crew problem, definitely, because they've had some of the best drivers in the sport for years, and they've not done nothing, and they get the most money. That's the crazy thing. Even before the cost cap, they get the most money. How can you have the most money, spend the most money, and still have nothing to show for it, bro? Nothing. Not even a Constructors' Championship. Nothing to show for it. But if you look at everyone's career, they go to Ferrari and then they are cooked afterwards. They all end up at the back of the grid. Bro, Alonso left Ferrari, cooked. You know what I mean? Raikkonen left Ferrari, cooked. Vettel left Ferrari, cooked. Sainz left Ferrari. He's at Williams. He's cooked. This is where they all go, bro. When you leave Ferrari, it's best to just retire. If only every race was at Monza, I swear. They're the only team that has a specific update just to win their home race, bro. Like, their mentality is like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. You should, like, your aim is not just to win your home race, bro. Your aim is to be able to compete at every circuit. They just have a specific upgrade just to win at Monza. Like, what? Who else does that, bro? No one else does anything like this, bro. Nobody. It's just Ferrari. And that's why they're cooked, bro. And I think someone like Lewis, who's been in other championship winning environments, he's gonna get tired of this real quick. He's gonna be like, what are these guys doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we doing? Merck, I've never seen Merck say, okay, we need a specific upgrade just for Silverstone or just for the German Grand Prix because we have to win this race. I've never seen that. Ferrari actually do that every season, bro. A specific upgrade for Monza. Why? You're good at Monza, then you're shit at the track afterwards. What's the point? It's just weird. Like, I don't get it. It's too Italian, bro. You know what I mean? But we'll see what Ferrari do, man. Like, for this season, personally, with this DQ, with how strong McLaren are, I feel like they're cooked. I ain't gonna lie. What's gonna be interesting is what happens after that TD comes in after Spain with the flexi front wings. Then we're gonna see what happens. But the issue that Ferrari have in their car right now with the whole floor and not being able to run the car as low as they want to get maximum performance, that's not a good sign, bro. That is not a good sign. Because that means they have to keep raising the car. And the more you raise these cars, we already know it just makes them slower. So I feel like for the first part of the season, Ferrari, they're cooked. Clearly. You know what I mean? It comes down to whether... I believe Mercedes are very good at upgrading their car. So we'll see. I mean, if they offered him, I'm sure he would have. But it depends on his mindset. Was his mindset to go to Ferrari and create a dynasty, or was his mindset just to win the 8th championship? You know? I feel like if Hamilton's mindset is just to win the 8th championship, if McLaren would have offered him at the end of the season, he would have went there to win a championship. Hamilton only cares about winning, bro. You know what I mean? Hamilton only cares about winning. But I don't feel like McLaren would have offered him now because they got 2 drivers right now. Exact, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, Ferrari's... that decision to switch the suspension in the last year of the regs, bro, when you don't know, no other team has it, and you don't know whether the benefits outweigh the cons, is honestly crazy. Because now they've seen that there's a certain failure in their concept. Now they cannot fix it without losing a load of performance in the races, bro. Like, you literally saw the night and day between the sprint race and the main race. Literally. That is a difference in having to raise your car. And it still failed. So imagine how high they have to raise that car, and look how slow it made the Ferraris. It's crazy. Actually, like, man went from winning the sprint race to finishing like 25 plus seconds off. How? One day. Bro, I don't know, man. It's just Ferrari. They're insane. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, bro. When you've like been invested in Ferrari for so long, you kind of already know these things happen. They've happened a lot throughout the years. So now I just expect it, bro. I expected it to be some foolishness that's gonna happen or whatever. But it is what it is, you know. What can you do, bro? What can you do? Now I just admire drivers having top performances and stuff. I'm definitely not as invested in Ferrari as I was before, because I know that they just have these, they just have these things where they just mess up and it just gets tired, bro. I was a hardcore Ferrari fan, particularly Schumacher days, bro. I mean, I still liked Ferrari when Vettel was there, but then like, I tell you when Ferrari are just like, I just don't care anymore. 2022, Charles Leclerc even had a broken wing and he was faster than Science, bro. And they just wouldn't get Science out the way, bro. I could not, bro. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, what are you lot doing? Like, because I like Leclerc, bro. I rate Leclerc. I'm watching this race, bro. That race actually had me so tight, bro. I'm watching this race. I'm thinking, bro, Science has got full, like, his wing intact. Leclerc's quicker. Hamilton's catching them. Just let Leclerc through because clearly there's a pace difference. Like, it's clear as day. You're actually affecting your chances to win. And then when they decided to bring Sainz in for the pit stop behind the safety car and leave Leclerc out, I said, wait, what? So you eventually let him pass Sainz when he just wasted a whole bunch of time. And then you pit Sainz before Leclerc. And Leclerc was the one who had the pit. Bro, I was done after that. Bro, I was like, yo, these lot, bro, they're not serious, man. And then they were like to Sainz, give him like 10 car lengths or something. What did they say? Bro. And he had to tell them to stop inventing stuff, bro. I was like, what are you even talking about? This man's on hards. You've just given Sainz softs. And then you're saying, give him space behind the safety car. What? What are you talking about? Like, I was done. That right there, bro, that ruined it for me. That reminded me of Germany when Vettel crashed at Hockenheim, bro. And I felt like a lot of that crash had to do with Ferrari because him and Raikkonen was on two different strategies. He'd pitted, he'd caught Raikkonen, and they were just taking so long to get Raikkonen out of the way. These times, Hamilton's catching them. Like, bro, just get Raikkonen out of the way so Vettel can skirt off into the distance, bro. He wouldn't have had to push so hard when it started raining if they'd let him pass when they should have let him pass. But nope, they was messing around for lap after lap after lap, put Vettel under more pressure, and they end up bidding it. And I was like, bro, this team just, bro. See, I can't, bro. I can't get those races back. It must be the water, exactly, bro. I can't get those races back, bro. I mean, now I just don't care because I just expect it. So I don't have that same love for Ferrari anymore. They just annoy me. Now I just laugh at it. But back then, it used to actually annoy me because when you grew up watching Schumacher, this shit, bro, they were like the best team in the pit lane, bro. You know what I mean? They had everything. Everything was always on point. They were like how Red Bull are. They were like literally on point all the time. That became my reality for Ferrari. So when I'm seeing these lot like doing just dumb stuff, I'm like, who are these guys, bro? Bring back the old crew. Like, these lot, bro, they're just awful. Like even certain races in like 2019 where they'd be in the race, Vettel comes into a pit, all of a sudden it's a 10-second pit stop. Oh my God, bro. Like, why? Do you know what I mean? Like, why? What was it last season? Like, was it last season Silverstone, bro? They bring Leclerc into the pits and put him on friggin'. What did they do? I think they put him on intermediates or something, or dry tires well too early. You could see it was well too early, but they just did it anyway. It's just like, oh my God, bro, can you stop? Yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. Ferrari, I feel like sometimes they just don't want to win. Like, they don't want to win. They had enough winning when Schumacher was there. Now they're just like, nah. Yeah, they put the hards on when it was wet. Like what? Like, you can see that it's wet though. I don't like. No one else is doing it. Like, genuinely. Like, even Australia, bro. Like, at this point, I'm over Ferrari, so I don't care like that. But even Australia, bro, you could see it was pissing it down, bro. Like, what made them keep? But they didn't even like split the strategy. So if it doesn't work out for one, maybe they can still get a result with the other. No, they just full send both of them. Like both of them just stay out on the drenched track with dries because that's gonna work. Apparently, it's like, bro, even if they stayed in the lead and the safety car came out, bro, they would have been passed by every single car in the field. Like, genuinely, how can the public can see the strategy the Ferrari strategists can't? It's finito, bro. Yeah, they're good in WEC. I'll give them that. But yeah, guys, listen, it's 11:30, man. I need to go and chill out for sure. I won't be back on Wednesday because I've got a coaching session, but I will. What day should I stream? Should I stream tomorrow for the new races, or should I stream Thursday? I might stream Thursday, and yeah, probably do that, bro. Charles got class 3 rain. Yeah, but they made it seem like it was gonna be a quick shower, bruv. It was peak. These men got told different weather, like these men are looking at 2 different weather systems, bruv. These, bro, Ferrari are incredible. They're actually incredible, bro. These men had two different weather forecasts from the same place, from the same team. That's actually diabolical, bro. Lewis, I know Lewis is sat there like, yo, these men are actually stupid. He's gonna get irritated real quick. Telling you, bro, it's hard to hide your irritation. Charles Leclerc gets irritated a lot sometimes, and like you hear it in his radio messages. And with Ferrari, it's like you can't badmouth them, and that's why I feel like a lot of drivers leave with like a bad rapport with Ferrari, because it's very hard to tell them you need to fix up without them taking it personally, you know? And yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna be back. I'll probably say Thursday, so I'll see you guys on Thursday, man. And hopefully you guys enjoy the new LMU races this week. It should be rather fun. But I will see you guys Thursday at 7:30. And yeah, take care. All that good stuff. See you guys in a bit, man. Peace. I'm out.